Hello, my name is Dallin Williamson. You're here on my podcast, just a local Chicagoan. Here we try to highlight special individuals who are looking to make our city better. We've been focusing on public transportation, and we have a guest with us here, Navalny. He is from Ukrainian Village. He has been trying to make an effort here with his local police station to address some of the violent crimes that are happening closer to his station and other stations that have large amounts. As we all know, some of the stations you won't see violent crime as much, while others, like the Red Line, especially Jackson Station, has had 253 violent crimes from between 2014 and 2019. The Red Line, as we all know, is known for the most, especially if you go closer to the south side of Chicago. You get more and more on there. Like we have 95th and Dan with 197. I think it's like the top 10 out of 123 stations. Also ranks for thefts as well. And these stats, we've seen it, and it's not just violent crimes that we see. It's just the day to day, especially if you're a woman. There's sexual assaults. There's just crazies and stuff like that. That if you're out at 3 a.m., 2 a.m. at night, coming home from either a bar or something like that, you're going to get screamed at. There's people running up and down throughout the train. Homeless people, unfortunately, we know it's cold here in Chicago. One of the only places for them to be warm sometimes is to ride the train. They ride it all the way up, all the way down, as many times as they'll let them. And it keeps them warm. We understand that, but there has to be other scenarios. So Alex Navalny, he is looking to have a collective responsibility and a collaborative amongst residents. He's trying to bring awareness to local issues and trying to make a neighborhood watch almost, but only for the train station, making sure we're looking out for each other. He's had issues in the past where he's been robbed at his station. He knows this because of where he lives is also kind of in a rough area. His area ranks 16th of the 123 stations with 99 violent crimes between 2014 and 2019. He aims to organize. I messaged him some questions. One of the questions I asked him is I wanted him to tell me his goals and his plans to achieve with the community's help and how he plans to make action with that. As a community organizer, to make the transit system better, his primary goal is to foster a sense of collective responsibility. He aims to organize regular community meetings and outreach events and raise awareness about safety issues on public transportation by involving local residents from diverse neighborhoods. He wants to partner with transit authorities. We know that CTA is underfunded, but we want to make sure that this is a priority. Otherwise, if they'll have less people to take the train, if less people are taking the train, there'll be also less money for CTA. We want to make sure there's education training. We want to make sure that there's some self-defense classes. For passengers, there's safety workshops that you can combine with local law enforcement he was mentioning. He has a petition at his signup.gov on his Instagram page that he's looking for people to sign up with. He also wants to do a community patrol, kind of similar to like the neighborhood watch I was mentioning, based on community, to deter criminal activities and provide assurance to passengers. He could even see this as an extension with the neighborhood watch as well. He also wants to make sure that we're out here voting. A lot of us are not participating in our local elections, and we want to make sure that we're getting these policy reforms pushed through and forcing policymakers to advocate for policies that reform public safety on the transit system. By mobilizing the community and collaborating with stakeholders, he is confident that he can make a meaningful progress in enhancing the safety and security of Chicago's public transit system. He says, together we can create a transit environment that is safe, welcoming, and accessible for all residents and visitors.